Greetings everyone. This is the Quest Podcast. I'm your host. Usiphosethu kamlambisi ugaba ucishe uthi Thibu Nozinga umuntu omlapha omnqosini. Today's topic is about missionaries. So let me first define the word missionaries. Missionaries are people who are sent on a religious mission, like the Christian missionaries who would go to a land or people whom they don't know their culture, what they eat, how they live, and go there with the aim of converting those people to their idea system, their system of ideas. So this world is shaped with ideas. Actually, it's an amalgam of ideas. The idea of what is good art and what is bad art. The idea of how music is being done, the ideas of governance. What does the country need to govern? There are a lot of ideas. It starts with an idea. And though ideas are amalgamated, blended, and which becomes and shapes the world we live in. And those ideas now are spread through academia, through social, and are also tested scientifically, proven, and they spread across the world. So let's go back. Let's go back prior to the Roman Empire. We look at how the barbarians used to invade territories and conquer them. They used to get in a territory and destroy what they don't need and take what they need and leave a land there barren. So the idea of colony, to colonize, began with the Roman Empire, where they saw like, no, instead of destroying what we don't need, what is not productive, and take what's productive, we should rather build now the empires, go in a territory and actually convert those people, convert them to their idea system, how they do things, and build now what I call societal norms. And there are 5 constructs that build societal norms. Firstly, how you do community, how you do church, how you do money, how you do love, and how you do leisure. So those 5 constructs construct what you call societal norms, and they create societies. So let me bring it home now in South Africa. South Africa was colonized by the British. So the British colonized South Africa in this sense. They used now missionaries and sent them here. When they got here, they found the people of South Africa who were here at the time, and then they came now with a book of ideas, with the Bible and Christianity. They brought it here in South Africa. So when they came to South Africa via the Cape, they colonized us in the sense that when they got here, they built a community and they converted now. Keyword convert. They converted South Africans to Christianity. And remember, at the time, there were kings who were ruling in South Africa. There were kings who were ruling there. And there were the Khois, there were the Sands, and there were Chamisa people, Gorengoiqwa people, you name them. So they managed to convert them. And remember, this started way back before they even came here to South Africa, prior to Jan van Riebeeck 1652, way back when the Pope in 1454, 1555, I stand to be corrected on the year, when the Pope saw that after the Enlightenment, when they saw that no Europeans actually they'll actually kill each other and come to a point of extinct. And also they thought, no man, we're fighting each other, it's better now you guys go and conquer where there are non-Europeans and convert them to our own ideas of system, to our own beliefs. That's why you find that there are a lot of people who came before Jan van Riebeeck. The guys like Bodi Almeida, Vasco da Gama. They tried, but when they came back now for I think it's for the third time, through the Dutch East India Company, Jan van Riebeeck, those guys now, they were so armed. They were like, no, now we don't want to trade with these guys who are in the Cape, but now we want to conquer them. They saw that, no, we want to conquer. That's how actually we were conquered, dispossessed our land, removed, forcefully removed, others were killed. Yeah, I don't want to go deeper on that history, but I was just giving context. And then so the British came here. They came with their missionaries, converted South African people. And remember, once they convert you to their ideas of system, it's hard now to be the same. And they say it takes about 3 generations to conquer people. The first generation will resist. The second one will resist a bit, but the third, it will be a norm to them that now, Tina, we are Christian. Because of others were fearing for their lives. It was hard. The history of South Africa is so dark. I even tell people that we should not forget the history, but we should actually go on, like carry on. We should not be caught up in the history, but we should not forget it, but should actually move on. To forget it, it can't. It's part of who we are. It's like someone asking you to lose your memory. Once you lose your memory, you lose your identity. It is part of who we are. This is where we come from. That's why now they conquered us. They built now these churches. After building these churches, they built these missionary schools. Through schools, they brought the money, now the money system, the fiat currency, because of back then the way our people were used to barter, exchanging goods for goods, exchanging more petting or you change munyatang nige what I need, maybe I'm 2 ships, and we change. No, I want your car, then yeah, like that. Yeah, but so they bought their money, the fiat currency. And on the other hand, there was also the gold rush. There was also the diamond rush. Actually started with the diamond rush, and which now made our people to be forcefully moved from their land to go now to work in these urban areas, in these mines. They also brought in foreigners, also came and worked here. So that actually destroyed now the family unit. You find now a father has gone to Kimberley, or the father has gone to Johannesburg. Your servants are Konexalu Mama. Children have been raised by single parents. So it's that whole predicament, and it causes a lot of confusion. And that's where now we lost our culture, we lost the way we used to do things, spirituality. Now we were converted into, became this colony now of the British, of the Queen. And the language, the way we do marriage, it's white weddings now, it's no longer tradition. Hey, Tinas Bazalwane, we don't slaughter, we don't do our rituals anymore. And that thing causes a cognitive dissonance inside a person, where it's like a board of directors inside your head, the ancestors who constantly argue. They want you to be like this, but when you identify yourself as this person. So there's this so it reminds me of the famous words of Marcus Garvey, who actually mentioned that a people who don't know their past or know their origin are like a tree without the roots. So it's quite important to know our history. Yes, we can learn about the Bolshevik Revolution of Vladimir Lenin. We can learn about Chairman Mao of China, the Soviet Union, the Communist Party, about the Nazi Party, about Adolf Hitler. But the highest form of education, it's self-knowledge. We ought to know who we are, how we were converted, like to use the word converted, into this system of ideas, the British system of ideas. You see, even the language I'm using now to on this podcast, it's English. So the greatest way to spread your ideas is through missionaries. And I'll do a video about mercenaries, how now you can spread your ideas through mercenaries. So this concept of missionaries and mercenaries, one can also apply it now, not only in colonizing nations, people whom you don't know, to colonize and convert them to your belief system, get people to believe in your belief system, and then that thing, you own their mind psychologically. Also, you affect them. So we need to be aware of this, that it's hard. It's gonna be hard to undo this colonization. That's why they speak about decolonization. It's gonna be hard. It needs a lot of psychological work to work on the mind. Stephen Bandubigo was always working on the mind through his work of black consciousness. That the most potent weapon in the hand of an oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So the mind, we must always be aware of our minds. What we consume, what you put in will actually be what you put out. You are what you consume. If you consume content that is backward, that is not progressive, you don't actually grow. You need to consume good content that's gonna stimulate you and make you become a better person and make you become the light in the dark. So yeah, I just want to stop here with the missionaries. Yeah, those is what they do. Mission schools, we are taught about how they do church, their belief system, who is their God, and in turn, that's why now you find a lot of black people are starting to go back and wanting to know their history because of what was done in the past. We were converted. Now is the time, people must go back and find out who they really are outside of Christianity, outside of English, outside of the the British way of doing things. That's why I normally say that a numerical minority has a cultural maturity. Peace, much love. Hope you enjoyed this content. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that we grow this community to become better and better. And remember this, I leave you with the quote from Maya Angelou when she said, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did to them, but they won't forget how you made them feel. I hope this video makes you feel better and better, and love yourself. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. Peace.